Welcome to the JTV Caribbean News. I am Sean Rose. Cable and Wireless, the owners of Lime, now known as Flow in the region, is being bought out. Reports say the British-based telecoms powerhouse is being acquired by the world's largest international cable television company, Liberty Global. The buyout also includes Cable and Wireless's debt. Liberty's main market is in Europe, but the company also has markets in the Caribbean region. CNBC reports that Liberty Global, which is controlled by billionaire John Malone, said it would fold Cable and Wireless into its Lilac business unit. The combination is estimated to create cost savings in excess of the $125 million per year that is targeted to be saved due to Cable and Wireless's acquisition of regional telecoms provider Columbus Communications, more popularly known as Flow. Liberty Global's acquisition of Cable and Wireless is expected to be wrapped up by the second quarter of 2016. The ruling Unity Labour Party, the ULP, and the main opposition New Democratic Party, the NDP, will contest all 15 seats in the December 9 general elections, according to the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Electoral Commission. It said 43 candidates were nominated to contest the election, in which the ULP, headed by Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, is seeking an unprecedented fourth consecutive term in office. The NDP, which came within one seat of winning the last election, is headed by opposition leader Arnim Eustace. Both the ULP and the NDP are confident of winning at the polls. The three-year-old Democratic Republican Party, the DRP, led by former Senator Anicia Batiste, nominated 6 candidates to contest the elections, while the SVG Green Party, led by Ivan O'Neill, nominated 7 candidates. However, political observers say the election is expected to be a straight fight between the ULP with 8 seats and the NDP with 7 in the last parliament. The United States have added 5 Caribbean Community CARICOM countries, among others worldwide, that are eligible to participate in visa programs. On Friday, the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services and the Department of Homeland Security, in consultation with the Department of State, announced that Barbados, Belize, Grenada, Haiti, and Jamaica are eligible to participate in the H-2A and H-2B visa programs effective January 18, 2016. 68 countries globally are eligible to participate in the visa program on that effective date. It said H-2A and H-2B visa programs allow U.S. employers to bring foreign nationals to the United States to fill temporary agricultural and non-agricultural jobs, respectively. USCIS said the DHS reserves the right to add countries to the eligible countries list at any time, and to remove any country at any time the DHS determines that a country fails to meet the requirements for continued designation. Each country's designation is valid for 1 year from January 18, 2016. Organization of Eastern Caribbean States officials have held discussions on competition in the region this past week. High on the agenda was the possible combination of functions of the OECS and CARICOM competition commissions. The goal is to ensure that benefits expected from the establishment of the CARICOM single market and economy would not be frustrated by anti-competitive business conduct. More in this report.
In 2008, the region created a national entity to manage competition. Now, with the issues of cost and sustainability, the OECS is going one step further. Representatives met Monday to review how the OECS Competition Council could join efforts with CARICOM. The committee maintains fair rivalry within the Caribbean community for the enhancement of consumer welfare.
Competition rules are set to govern the way businesses operate in terms of the market. So dealing with matters such as predatory pricing, how are they setting prices? Is there price gouging on the market? Are you misleading consumers in terms of what you advertise as opposed to what is actually within your business place? How do businesses operate with new entrants? Are they acting in a way that would prevent entrants from coming into the market? If you have a dominant position in the market, are you abusing that dominant position? So are you using your strength in the market to prevent others from coming in or to prevent them from competing effectively?
Trinidad and Guyana have just established competition committees. Head of the Regional Integration Unit of the OECS, Elmerger Isaac, says members established ways to improve the functions of the commissions.
From those countries in CARICOM that already have a functioning competition commission, so we have representatives from Barbados. Jamaica will join us in a little while. They had some challenges getting here. Trinidad and Guyana, those two have just started the operation of their competition commissions. But Jamaica has had competition policy in place from 1993 and Barbados from as far back as 2002, 2003. So we're using the benefit of their experience, their shortcomings, their failures, as well as their successes to assist in determining how we can go forward and achieve this mandate of the OECS authority.
Isaac adds that telecommunications and events relating to government are just some of the issues faced by the committees.
What has happened over time is that they've received and had to deal with a number of different competition matters, because remember, you deal with the entire market in your national space. So matters ranging from, say, telecommunications to even government, the activity of governments, because there are governments that are involved in economic activity. So in the case of Jamaica, they would tell you that their competition legislation deals with government as well as private sector.
The goal of CARICOM competition policy is to ensure that the benefits expected from the establishment of the Caribbean single market and economy is not frustrated by anti-competitive business conduct. Gina Felipe, HTS News Force.
And finally, in this week's Caribbean News segment, the United States Agency for International Development and the Caribbean Community have signed a $165 million agreement on development assistance support. CARICOM Secretary General Owen LaRocque and USAID Eastern and Southern Caribbean Mission Director Christopher Cushing signed the 5-year agreements covering the support. According to a CARICOM statement, about $89 million of the funding will target the reduction of youth involvement in crime and violence in the region, along with $52 million aimed at achieving epidemic control of HIV/AIDS in key populations. U.S. Ambassador to Guyana, Perry Holloway, who witnessed the ceremony, said the United States government and USAID are pleased to partner with CARICOM in these initiatives, which will improve the lives and livelihoods of vulnerable groups, including youth and socially marginalized populations. That's it for the JTV Caribbean News. I am Sean Rose.
And coming up next on JTV News. The Christmas season is here, and once again, we are on the lookout for the top places for your Christmas shopping. And to look your best while doing your holiday shopping and visiting friends and family, Sophie B will show you one of the top salons in the BVI.